Hola, buen dia. Welcome to the Oaxacan Gringo. My name's Colin, and I live in a cabin that I built in the southern mountains of Oaxaca, Mexico. Today's Saturday, the 22nd of August, and normally I'm not recording on these days, but I mean, I can't let a beautiful day go to waste, especially when I got materials and I got nothing better to do, so I'm gonna build and record a little bit. I want to get as much done as I can because I just found out that I'm going to go back to Colorado to visit some of my family, my grandparents. I haven't been back for about 4 years, so here, like mid-September, I got my ticket today, and I'm really excited to see my grandfather. He's going to be going to his hometown for the last time, is what he's thinking, and he received like a football award in like the Hall of Fame at his high school out there, so they're gonna give him a ceremony at a football game, and we're gonna celebrate his birthday. We're gonna see some of his best childhood friends. We're gonna visit my great grandparents' gravesite, and we were just chatting yesterday, and he was mentioning his plans for his birthday and everything. He's like, I just don't know how I'm gonna get out there, if I want to drive or fly, and it just hit me. I was like, why don't I drive you out there? It just made so much sense after him explaining it, and I was like, what a great way to spend some time with my grandfather after so long. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to it, and I don't know. I want to work as much as I can on this cabin so that I can leave it dried in with like the house wrap and everything. I think we can get a lot done before I take off, but I am excited. It has been a long time. I'm just kind of going nice and easy and figuring it out. Well, thanks for being here. Let's go. Alright, so I've got the angle of my roof that I'm going to cut. So this should be the exact distance from where our boards are going to meet to where it meets the roof. And then I've got my marks here for my beams. And I just carried them as far as I could with my speed square. But after I get this angled cut, I'm going to cut in. I don't know. As long as it fits, I'll be happy. Alright, let's go. All right, so I measured and I've got everything marked out that I need to cut for our roof rafters. So hopefully I can just knock this out and we can install it the first try. That would be really cool. We'll see. Okay. Por favor. All right, I'm so close. So this beam's actually just slightly angled. So you can see that it's pushing like everything that direction. It just doesn't have room. The other two beams look good. So I'm just gonna try to figure out how I can cut this angle into this corner here, and hopefully that'll let us just slide on in there. Let's see. 1.5 centímetros. 1.5 centimeters over 1.5 centimeters. Okay, so for that 1.5 centimeters offset, I put that over here and connected it at the bottom, so hopefully this will just give us that extra wiggle room so everything can just snug right up in there. Fuck you. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. All right, let's put some nails in this. Pa 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 pa. All right, she is in. I'm liking it. That makes me happy. So now I've just got one more to do, and I think I learned a couple things, so I'm hoping I can get this installed first try this next time around. So you guys know the process. I'm not going to record any of it. We'll get back here when we got to fit our piece in. Bye. All right, so it's raining for the first time since we installed our roof underlayment and put the tarps on. Everything's nice and dry so far. I mean, it's a pretty light rain, but I'm digging having this dry covered space to work in. This is really cool. And it's still super bright even though it's overcast and raining. I dig this. This is pretty cool. Alright, well, I'm going to relax for a little bit more and I'll just get back into this wall piece. I'm not going to lie, I don't really enjoy doing this. The measuring, moving, putting, trying. I don't know, it's kind of annoying, but I'll be done with this one here and I'll just have to do it a few more times in front. Nice and easy, whatever. This is normally an off day for me, so I'm just doing extra, going the extra mile. Alright, later. Alright, so I thought about it for a minute, and I just don't have any motivation to keep working on this right now. You know, I'm hungry. I want to heat up some chicken soup I made yesterday and relax. I was editing a video this morning for the English channel, and then got a little bit of this done, and yeah, I'm just kind of done. You know, I don't want to be walking out in the rain and getting my measurements and checking and whatever. I'll pick this up tomorrow. Just put a little pin in it. I'm just gonna kick back and enjoy this evening. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. It is Sunday now. I had a great evening. I ended up going to San Jose del Pacifico, a nearby village, and they have some delicious burgers there. So it was just a nice excuse to get out, go for a little drive, get some good food, and it was fantastic. So I feel well rested, and I am ready to tackle this last piece of plywood. So, I mean, I think this is the last piece of plywood that I'm going to be installing in the cabin, just in this last corner here. And then I just want to switch up everything and just get into processing mode. I'm going to be using my little sled here and my lunchbox planer, and I'm just going to be planing boards for a very long time and getting them cut square and prepping all that material to fill in all of our other gaps. So that should be fun. I'm actually kind of just looking forward into just getting into a rhythm and just processing And I might just do it in batches so it's just not so mind numbing. We'll see. It's just one of those things where you just dive in and kind of see where it goes. What's going on, Ranger? He's losing it. All right, well, you guys already know the process with this, so we'll go fast forward to the point where I'm trying to install it for the first time, and hopefully it just slides right in. All right, later. All right, I think we're good. I cut everything much wider. I gave it a lot more clearance on all sides just so it would fit this first time, and I think we got it. It's just kind of touching right there. That's giving me just a little hassle, but I think I can get my gaps that I need. It's just a little tight right here, but I think we can make it work. All right, let's nail her in and get this wall finished for now. All right, so I just spent a good moment getting everything organized in here. Things are starting to get tight now that I'm closing off the walls and everything. So I've got my planing station here. So thankfully I've got my entry door, gives me enough space to start the board in here. And then my window gives me enough to finish off comfortably, I think. I had a couple boards here to just kind of be trying things out. I did have to raise up my platform using these 4 posts here to get it enough height to pass through the window properly. But I think this should keep us rolling for a while. So I've got a stack of boards where I already started cutting a straight edge and getting them all to size in width, but I haven't obviously cleaned them at all. So we're gonna start with planing that stack and just kind of flow and see how things go and just kind of make decisions in the process. So yeah, first things first, get the stack of boards over here. Let's go. All right, so this is the stack that I've already started getting squared up and cut to width. So we're gonna start just cleaning all of these boards. And yeah, they've been under here for over 6 months. I don't know, a long time, just under the tarp with the humidity and everything. So you can see they're getting some mold and stuff, but you know, I'm thinking with this planer, I think it'll just take all that off. So I'm not too worried about it. All right, well, let's get this stack over there. Well, I think I've got enough boards to keep me busy for a good while. Hopefully I can get into a rhythm and just start banging these guys out. That would be nice. It's gonna get really loud in here with my generator as well as the planer. So I'm gonna be using my helmet with my Ear Pro along with headphones and just get into the flow. Yeah, this will be good. I've got, yeah, obviously tons of material, and there's still a fat stack up there. So I'm thinking, yeah, with all of this, I mean, we can get a bulk of everything, you know? Door jams, window jams, maybe some siding, I mean, some furniture. I don't know, there's no limits. There's just so much I can do. But I think the first place to start is just getting them all planed into a consistent width, and we'll just go from there, little by little, just bite off little pieces. All right, I finished with my first board. That sucked. That took a really long time. And look at all this sawdust. I mean, geez. I used the planer for all of my framing, all of the framing here. Use this planer. It wasn't so bad, but man, with all the larger surface area here, it just seems to take longer, just like small shaves to get it down. Look at all this sawdust. That's one board. And I've got all of those. So I'm just really glad that I didn't wait to plane all of these boards to install on the roof. Like, I'm really glad we got the roof now, because yeah, it's raining. But I've got my nice little station in here to kind of keep working, just chipping away at these boards. Well, hopefully I can get into a better rhythm and just keep pumping these out, because yeah, this is slow. Yeah, and I think my blade bits, I just don't think they're as sharp as they once were, because I've done so much planing, as well as these giant beams that I'm using for this front wall. I had to drag those down the mountain, and in dragging them in some of those cracks, like little rocks got stuck into them, and I tried to clean them out as best I could, and some snuck past me, so I can actually feel some grooves where those little pebbles kind of wore away at the teeth. So I don't know, we'll see how good this goes. Hopefully I can keep cruising with what I got, because I don't have time to really wait for a new shipment of a blade to come in. I don't know, that really wasn't on my radar. So hopefully this keeps working. Alright, let's just keep chipping away. Vamonos. Alright, for my starting points, I was using the planed boards I had purchased locally, and those were about 2 centimeters thick. So that first board that I planed, I got it down to 2 centimeters, but like I said, I mean, there's just tons of material and passes and time. So now on the second board, you know, I got it to a point where it's a consistent thickness. I mean, I kind of like leaving just a couple of the chainsaw marks from when they chainsaw milled it. I left a lot of those in many of my main supports here, my posts. I really like it. Kind of preserves a part of the story. You know, these all came from the forest here. So I like that. But then also, you know, yeah, 2.5 centimeters. And it's already looking really good, consistent. I mean, I don't want to spend the gasoline and the time just shaving it down to get it to 2. And it looks like all of our boards are pretty fat. So if I can comfortably get it to a consistent thickness of 2.5 centimeters as I go, I'm just going to do that, and it'll save me a good amount of time. You know, as I'm going, I'm just looking into ways to like make this more efficient and faster, you know. Man, I do love working in the workshop, Wookiees. No, I do love working in the workshop here while it's raining. This is like the first time I've had this luxury, like a plain surface, a covered area, a little protection from the wind, like while it's in the middle of the rainy season. Like, man, this is a whole new level for me, honestly. You know, in the past it was just work in the rain or stay inside, you know. Now I've got options. This is sweet. Yeah, when I'm done with this is also going to be my studio for different projects and things. I'll be spending most of my time in here during the rainy season. This will be my home away from home, right next to my home. Alright, I took a little break. I needed to eat something, like my stomach was starting to hurt, so I made some chicken soup with rice. It was really good. Took a moment. So I've got a couple hours until I do my live video this evening, so I'm gonna try and see how many boards I can get done. I'm up to 4 so far, so we'll see. 2 hours, how many boards we can get going. Alright, bye. Oh yeah, I was able to get 7 more boards done, and I also took a break to make me some nice hot coffee, so that, I don't know. And it's a little earlier than I was thinking. So we'll say hour and a half. I got 7 boards done. I like it. It's cruising along. I know. I'll just kind of be picking away at these as I can. I'll just kind of leave my station here. I'll kind of clean up as I go. It's hard to get rid of all this sawdust because I haven't cut out my door yet. I wanted to at least frame just a little bit of the bottom. Or I mean, put the siding with some boards just at least at the bottom, so I can lock everything into place and then just cut out this base piece, and then I can just sweep everything on out over here until I decide what to do with it all. I'm gonna have so much sawdust after all this. So much. I use it for my composting toilet, but not nearly enough to cover the amount that I'm creating building this cabin. So, I don't know. I'll think of something. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get changed and I gotta debrief with Anel and we're gonna do our live. So I'll probably talk to you guys tomorrow. Later. Good morning. Happy Monday. So, to save on money, I started roasting my coffee from the green beans. They're just so much cheaper to buy and like the quality's really nice. So I've been using my cast iron skillet, on medium heat and just stirring with a whisk. But man, on days when I just want like a cup of coffee to start the morning, like this is about as bad as it can get. Like I don't have enough in my reserve. So then it's like, okay, so now I gotta toast it and then grind it and make it. But then I went to go start the flame and my tank of gas is empty. So I gotta change the tank, toast the beans, grind them. I mean, this is gonna be a process before I can get my morning cup of joe. Definitely not Starbucks. But the nice thing is that the other day, like literally less than a week ago, I bought a brand new tank. Like I knew it was getting close. Like I didn't put a date down. Usually a 20-liter tank of gas lasts me about, I don't know, 5-6 months. But I just had a feeling, I was like, man, it has been a while. And I was like, it was a good day and I had the time. And I was like, I'm just going to take care of this before, because like the worst thing is like if I'm in this position and I'm like, oh, then I also have to go hike the hill with my empty tank and pick up a refill. So thankfully I've got the tank. I just got to change it and do all this and then I can have my morning coffee. All right, let's go. Right. Yeah, I posted a short recently toasting my coffee beans, and there was like a ton of experts that like jumped in and were like, what are you doing? You're burning the beans. And like I'm kind of just figuring this out. I watched a lot of videos and was reading online on like what to do, and I was using my comal before, but now I switched to my cast iron skillet because it's got the higher sidewalls, so it's a lot easier to mix. But man, I'm still like, I was toasting it on higher heat for about, I don't know, 30 minutes. I was waiting till they got about as dark as I'm used to seeing coffee beans. But yeah, they would smoke. So this last time, probably spent like 40 minutes on like medium to low flame, just like sitting here turning them. It was pretty mind numbing. So I don't know if I could tell the difference from when I just was toasting them as quick as possible. The difference was pretty minimal. So I don't know. I'll try to find a middle ground, maybe like medium high, because I don't want to be sitting here stirring coffee beans all morning. I want to do stuff other than this. Alright, so I'm just getting the first crack, is what they call it, where it starts making like crackling sound. And it should be close to done, is what they say, but like it's so light still. And I mean, I like my coffee a little darker, so I usually just keep cruising until it reaches a color that I like. And that's basically what I've been basing my toasting off of. Getting there, getting there. Alright, so like the last time, this is about where I left it. You know, it looks like we got a nice medium roast. There's still some lighter ones in there, but I don't know, before I used to just keep rolling until it was like black, you know, like the coffee beans I see like buy off the shelf. But, you know, from what I was hearing is I was just burning the hell out of them. So I think I'm just gonna roll with this. And you know, from what I've heard, shut up, music. From what I heard is like the lighter roasts actually have more caffeine content. You're not toasting it all out. So I think I'm gonna roll with this. I'm good. I'm tired of sitting here mixing. I want to get on with my day. All right. Well, I was thinking about taking you guys to town. I gotta do a town run today, about an hour away in Miawatlan. But every Monday they have a giant mercado, and it is just a disaster. There's just so much traffic and people. It's just kind of stressful. And I've done a lot of videos in the past on my Spanish channel, and they usually perform really well. Like, it's fun to share, and people like seeing it, but it's just really stressful for me. I already don't like being there on a Monday, and then to also be recording at the same time, I don't really feel like it. And thankfully, I started recording on Saturday, so we've shared quite a bit of time together thus far. So I think I'm just gonna clean house, get my things together, and just have a nice town run by myself. So with that, I'm gonna finish this video. Yeah, as usual, thanks for joining me. And yeah, this is a new channel. We're getting things kicked off. I'm really happy with how things are going. It's exciting to see new subscribers speaking English, leaving comments. Like, it's a lot of fun. So, you know, it's a slow growing process, but it's a new channel. So, I mean, I know what it takes. So I'm going to keep publishing and enjoying and sharing my life in English. I know my grandpa's watching now, and my mom. Hi guys. You know, they watch my Spanish videos, but you know, it's not the same. So now it's fun to be able to share everything with all of them, and then of course you guys. So how exciting. But this is the end of our ride this time around. So don't forget to give me a like, a comment, subscribe, share, all that to help this little baby channel to keep growing. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Saludos y bendiciones. Bye.